I had a DJ the other day ask me, so how can I make my voice better? I mean, please, can you help me? Hi, it's Bill. This is Creative License, and thanks for taking good care of my sponsors. Sponsors like Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, Promo Only, Perfect Portals, Disc Jockey News, and of course, my workshop, The Entertainment Experience. Well, how do you, DJ, help make your voice better? Well, you could certainly try to copy the big radio DJ jocks and try to sound like me. Or not. I mean, really, isn't that just the worst thing? I mean, I think it's fun that I can do that. I think it's fun that when I was listening to radio back when I was a young man, 17, 15, like 10 years ago, I was listening to the Boss Jocks on WLS Radio, WLS in Chicago, the Rock of Chicago, with John Records Landecker. And yes, that's my middle name, Records Landecker. And they had these big boss jock radio voices. And that's what I thought DJs had. That's what I thought DJs did. In fact, even when you looked around, the most famous radio DJs, the one that were making the big money, were doing this sort of a thing. So when you try to become a DJ, or when you try to work on your voice, the first thing you do is you find one that you like, and then you try to find a way to mimic it. Well, when we mimicked all the radio DJs, they were all doing this sort of thing. Big radio jock balls voice. Let's come on out and in a world where we can do that kind of thing. So we tried to find a way to mimic that, because that must be exactly what you gotta sound like. So you mimic it. But the problem is when you mimic it, you work on trying to be something you're not. Okay? Being something you're not doesn't make you more professional. Mimicking a comedian and telling a joke doesn't make you funny like the comedian. And mimicking a DJ voice doesn't make you sound like anything except for everybody going, oh, listen to the big DJ guy with his big DJ voice. Okay, you want some advice on how to work on your voice? A couple of things. Get a voice coach. And if you don't know what I mean, and you don't know where to find a voice coach, start simply and find someone who can help you with a singing voice. Oh, I don't sing, Bill. I have a terrible voice. It doesn't matter. What a singing coach will do is help you to work on the breathing exercises necessary to be able to use your voice in the best way possible, to be able to understand the instrument that is working your voice, not just the thing in your neck. Okay, but all of your throat and your sinuses and your breath sounds coming from the top of your lungs to the middle of your lungs and breathing down deep with your diaphragm. Those things are going to help you immediately. Number 2, read aloud. Spend some time reading aloud so that you can get through a sentence without pausing and without any ahs and ums, kind of like the things that I've been having that I do on these videos sometimes. You want to be able to be clear and concise. So reading and speaking aloud as often as possible, even if you're not in front of an audience. Work on, and then if you want, you find some tongue twisters and things like that. There's lots of books on this sort of thing. But really what you're doing by working on your voice privately and doing these exercises is so that when you do get in front of an audience, you can just be who you are. Be yourself. You want your voice to be more professional, you need to exercise it, okay? You're not going to get a flat stomach with abs if you don't do sit-ups and crunches every day, okay? And then when you walk through the world, you're not going around crunching every time. You just look at what you have. You've been working on that. So you work on these exercises. Now, does this happen overnight? No. The mimic happens overnight, and you can do that tomorrow. But you don't like that, and nobody does. And usually the moment that you feel like you are trying to mimic someone, you also get a little bit louder. And all of a sudden you're yelling at your audience instead of just being yourself. Take a mic, speak clearly, look at people, connect with people, look at the audience. Don't look above them. Be a part of the conversation, because you're just one person in a room full of people that are all looking back at you as if you're talking to them one at a time. Now, I just threw a ton of stuff at you. Pick one, okay? Find yourself a coach or look for a coach. I'm a coach. I can help you if you'd like. Write down your comments below, smash and like and subscribe and all that stuff. I'm Bill. This is Creative